Hello, this is Asa Leveaux. You are now a part of... You still don't know yet, okay. So you're now a part of the Genius Entrepreneur. That's what you are watching right now. That is what the broadcast is called, the Genius Entrepreneur. This is episode 2, not 1, but 2. And the topic of today's episode is what support looks like. I say again, the topic of this broadcast today, the Genius Entrepreneur, is what support looks like. So I'm wanting to make sure that you knew that up front, exactly what you were getting yourself into. Please know that if you are watching this live, you have the opportunity to win a Starbucks gift card. The reason why I give out Starbucks gift cards, not because of me, because let's just face it, I don't drink coffee. But I understand that the people that I support and the people that I meant to be here for do drink Starbucks. And so that's why I give Starbucks gift cards away. If you would like to be in the running for that, there are 2 things that you have to do that while you are on live watching the broadcast. Number 1, you share it. What is the purpose of sharing this content? The reason why you want to share the content is so that it can help someone else deal with whatever they're going through, they're dealing with, they're having a challenge with, or maybe someone that they know is dealing with something. The second thing that you would do besides sharing it is you would add a GIF in the comment section below. So the comment section below. The comment section below. I say again, the comment section below. You would add a GIF pertaining to the actual topic. That is what you would put the GIF in. So today's topic is what? What support looks like. So you can talk about, you can put a GIF. If you just type in support, I'm sure there are many GIFs that'll come up. I'm sure of it, okay? So those 2 things are how you will get in the running for a Starbucks gift card. And then we announce the winner in the Genius community. So this broadcast is called Genius Entrepreneur. And the geniuses, or the genii, I'm unsure about that. So I'm just gonna say geniuses. The geniuses are hanging out in the Genius Cafe, the community there. And you can go there by going to www.geniuscafe.co. That is geniuscafe.co. I say again, that is geniuscafe.co. So last session or last episode, which is episode number 1, we talked about entrepreneur depression. Yes, you can totally go back and find that episode is also in the Genius Cafe as well. And so the entrepreneur depression, we talked about what it looks like to wake up and finding yourself depressed as an entrepreneur. We talked about the shame behind depression. We talked about the difference between depression and something called the dark night of the soul. So you have depression, which is something that usually comes from external events, and then you have something called dark night of the soul, which usually comes from something internal that resonates outward, okay? So we talked about that. The feedback that was received seemed to actually help individuals, and that's my only intent. Nothing is being sold. Nothing is being sold on these episodes at all. So this really, really sincerely is about helping entrepreneurs on the road to success, and success is what you make it. So now I gave you all of that information just to bring you up to speed. Yes, I would love for you to chime in and say hello to each other. Please do that. So I want to get right into the topic because these episodes don't last a very long time at all. What we're talking about today is what support looks like. Has anyone, and please let me know, make sure that I'm not by myself with my hand up, has anyone ever seen any meme or post that says, you need to support your friends' businesses the way you support celebrity businesses or things like Target or Walmart. You need to support your friends. If anyone has seen that, please raise your hand. Make sure that we're not alone here. I've definitely seen it. I saw it when Rihanna came out with her beauty line, Fenty Beauty. I saw that, it was massive success very quickly, very, very quickly. And, some individuals had some things to say about that success. And they were looking at her and saying, if you're going to go out and support her and you're not going to support me, then you need to check yourself. Like, that's literally what they were saying. And even things like, I get it, Kim Kardashian and her family, they have a brand, and, they know exactly what they're doing with their brand, and they make money by doing things. And we have individuals really upset with that, and people not in their feelings, but in a level of pissosity around that fact. And I want to get to the nitty-gritty of that in this moment. So one of the things that, for me, that I see with all this support is a level of expectation. Expectation seems to be the root of the support people may not be getting as entrepreneurs. What does that look like? It looks like not being clear in your expectation or being clear in your need. For me, an expectation usually resides around something that is unclear or something that is assumed. And we understand assumption, making an ass out of you and me. However, when you do an assumption, that means you're whenever there, in the military taught me this, whenever there is an assumption, there needs to be a request for information, because an assumption means you do not have all of the facts and you need more, because now you're just guessing. So you don't have all the information. So that's what an assumption is. An expectation usually comes from that energy of an assumption. So this is what it usually looks like. It usually looks like somebody saying, you know what, I'm an entrepreneur and you're my sister, or we've been friends since middle school, and you my ride or die, like we supposed to be cool, like you my dog, like I get that. And because of that, I have an understanding that you should be supporting me. Not even an understanding, an expectation that you should be supporting me, but not just supporting me, but supporting me in this way that usually looks like something of value offered. That's what usually happens. So we went to the same high school, we went to the same church, we're in the same sorority, the same fraternity, and you need to give me money because you need to support me. And I'm going to make you feel bad about not supporting me by putting judgment on who you support. There are all types of things that allow that way of being to not support you in the best way. I'm going to let you know that right now. So many things that just won't allow you to be supported in the best way if you allow yourself to reside in an energy of expectation. Here's the first thing. The first thing is that you're not being clear. So I'm talking to the entrepreneurs in the room. If you are an entrepreneur, please raise your hand. Seriously, raise your hand. If you are an entrepreneur, let me know you are here. Raise your hand, because why? I'm talking to you. I am letting you know that clarity is key, and clarity needs to be the very first thing that you step out on when you desire support. So for instance, I am the eldest of 5 children. 5. And let's say my brother, I only have one brother, and I say, you know what? I had a speaking engagement and you didn't come. And then not only did you not come, but you didn't even buy a book. How dare you call you my brother? How dare you telling everybody in the street how you proud of me when you ain't bought nothing? How dare you? No, but my thing is, you don't know what support I don't know what support my brother actually gave. The reason my event had the 5 people instead of the 3 people, because he told somebody to come. Or in just passing, he told someone about me. Or maybe he watched my son while I was gone. Or maybe he made sure that I ate before or during or after the event. Or maybe he's able to be the person I need when I need to decompress and just be Asa, and I need to go get a drink, and I know that I can call my brother to get that drink, because that's the level of support that he is willing and has the capacity to give me. But again, I wasn't clear. So, entrepreneurs, the first thing is to be clear. What the do you want? What do you want? And what are the parameters about that desire? So for instance, my best friends are called the Vault. And I call them the Vault because that's where my prized possessions are. That's where my secrets are. So I don't call them by name, but they know, believe me, my Vault knows exactly who they are. So if I tell someone in the Vault, let's say my best friend Andre, so if I tell Andre, Andre, I need your support. I'm about to get into an entrepreneurial endeavor and I really need it. And he says, okay, pause, time out, flag on the play. Nothing has been cleared. All I said was I needed support. He said, okay. Why? Because the support in my head is different from the support in his head. So the way that conversation can go to support me better is saying, Andre, I need support. Him saying, I got you. And then me saying, what support looks like is I'm going to be doing a challenge on Facebook. And I am asking you, will you mind sharing it once a day for this next week? And that's the support that I'm asking you to do. And he says, yeah, I can do that. Or guess what? He says no. He says no. Guess what? I give people the grace and the space to choose what I'm offering. Entrepreneurs, that's all sales is. That's all sales is. And sales is just the start of a relationship. So, the relationships that you already have allow people to have the grace and the space to choose what you offer them. That's it. That's it. All right? So, he gets to say yes or he gets to say no. But guess what? I now get to measure if the support was actually given. Because I asked him to share once a day for the week. And I get to have, what if he does say yes, I then get to keep him accountable to that particular measured goal. All right? So a lot of times, again, we're just not clear in the support that we need at all. So that's the first thing, being clear in your level of support. Number 2, the judgment. The judgment of the support that you receive. I know what it's like to own a retail store in a shopping mall. 2006 to 2010, I owned a store that has now since passed away. Like it passed away. And it was called Mahoganys Concepts. And Mahoganys Concepts sold fraternity and sorority regalia and multicultural artwork. And I remember being in that store day after day after day after day after day after day, sitting behind the cash register in a level of pissosity because what? I was placing expectations on my very large family, on a fraternity that is very large that I'm a part of a community that I was born in that's very large, not supporting me by coming in. They didn't come in. They didn't come in. So here I am, literally sitting in a state of pissosity, pissed just pissed off, fuming because no one's coming in my store. But what I wasn't being grateful for was the fact that so many in my family, so many in the fraternity that I belong to, so many in my community were passing the information along and doing their best to support me the best way they knew how without me telling them exactly what I needed. Why? Let's just go a little bit deeper. Because I did not feel that I was good enough for that particular level of support. And I had this different relationship and mindset around money, as if I did not deserve the money, as if the money was out there and so distant from everything that I was. So there was a lot of things within me that I had to deal with on myself. So that's where I was. So I understand that. So again, the whole basis of that is the judgment. I was judging everybody else for not doing what I wanted them to do without me telling them what I'm needing for them to do. So I wasn't clear, and then with my lack of clarity, I was judging them based on my lack of clarity. And that's just not fair. It's just not fair to judge someone based on what you're lacking. All right? So I'm asking you to consider, anyone that has ever worked with me as a client, me being their coach, they definitely know I don't tell you what to do. I will ask you to consider some things. And I'm asking you to consider that you need to be more clear, to let people support you, to let people love you, not in the way that they do, but in the way you're asking them to. But you can also ask a clarifying question, meaning, how I would like your support. How are you able to support me? That may be a legitimate question that you need to bring up in that moment. How are you, or what capacity do you have to support me? So for instance, if anyone in my vault was to say, Asa, I am needing your support. And I say, okay. And they say, well, what support are you willing to provide me? I would say, I'm willing to show you the money that you're leaving on the table. I'm willing to talk to you before and after a significant event in your business. That's where I have the capacity to support. Because let's just be honest, though I can cook well, I'm not making you no peach cobbler, boo-boo. I'm not coming to your conference to bring up peach cobbler because you're hungry. I will Grubhub it. I will Uber Eats you some stuff, but I'm not the one. My kitchen skills are reserved for holidays and first dates. Let's just be real honest about that. Holidays and first dates. I'm not worrying about anniversary gifts because it's just holidays and first dates right now. So that's where my capacity is for my vault. Now, if they want something different, it is up to them to give me the clarity about what support looks like for them. So please, if you're watching this, please remember that if you would like to be in place into the giveaway for the Starbucks gift card, please do two things. One, share this live episode. And number two, please comment with a GIF. Yes, comment with a GIF. I say again, comment with a GIF that is in alignment with today's topic. And today's topic is what support looks like. So I don't see that we have any questions, and I don't see that we have any particular comments that need to be brought to the benefit of everyone else watching. So that has been the episode 2 for today with the Genius Entrepreneur. Please know that this broadcast is done live at 10 o'clock a.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. And as always, I am Asa Leveaux, dreams and blessings.